My Clubhouse. My name is Sally Colón, and we are on show number 20. And listen, out of all the people I could have on my show, I wanted the most special one to be on my show today. My new guest, or my guest, is an acclaimed pop culture thought leader, author, speaker, life strategist, counselor, and one of my very best friends. Please help me welcome Mr. Tim Storey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love this huge audience.
I love it. We got like 3 people.
Don't even pan to them because they're so attractive. Don't pan.
Don't pan to the audience. Oh
Nope.
my gosh. Tim, thank you.
Good to be here.
You know, this is our 20th show.
Yeah, what a privilege.
And I would want no one more than you.
But we have such great conversations,
Yeah.
and now we're bringing the conversation
Here.
here.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the name. How did we come up with the name?
So, you know, I'm Clubhouse.
Yeah.
I'm the Clubhouse queen. I love it. I'm always on there. We were talking about it earlier. So I decided to bring a lot of the people from Clubhouse, the app, to the studio. So welcome to my Clubhouse.
I like that.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
And then
whoop.
obviously, you know Andy so well. You guys are
Yes.
friends,
Yeah.
like family, partners. He has these amazing studios.
I love him.
So the quality of the show is just, you know, at the highest level.
It's because of him. It's because of my producer, Angie. It's Ryan, who's switching for us. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. So if you guys don't know, Tim is one of my best friends for 25 years. He's there for the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, all of it. You know, when I lost my parents, he was one of the first people I called.
Yeah.
We're family.
We are,
We
truly.
are family. And you are uncle to my daughters.
Yes.
Uncle Tim. And I
Mhm.
love you.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah. And the thing is that so I met you through Suzanne DePass.
Yes.
So Suzanne DePass was the vice president of Motown Records. So this is
25 years.
this is no small thing.
That's right, with Barry Gordy.
Yes.
Hello.
And so your group was signed.
Yes, $1.3 million record deal with
Yes.
DreamWorks.
And all great looking girls.
Thank you.
So I'm coming out of Suzanne's office when you are standing there.
Yes, I love this
I was
story.
like, whoa,
What color dress did I have on?
a nice one.
A nice.
It was a blur.
It was a blur. You're so
All I
funny.
know is you look great.
Thank you.
So it was like a blur.
Thank you. You're so
I had to
funny.
catch myself. I was like,
You're like, who that? Who that?
even going down the elevator, I was like, okay, stay steady in unsteady times.
You're so funny. And ever since then,
Yeah.
you're like my best friend. You're like,
Like we
That
care about
guy.
each other.
absolutely.
Because I would do this meeting. I did this meeting in Beverly Hills for all these years,
How many
forever.
years?
So many years,
Yeah.
since 1992, really to the present day. But you're very attractive. So
Thank you.
before you got married
Yeah.
to an amazing guy,
Yeah.
you used to bring these hunks.
Yeah.
You always had these new hunks.
The Hollywood hunk.
That's why I just left you alone. Because
Yeah.
I would just be speaking and you would
Yeah.
be like playing with their hair from the third row. I'm like, whoa, what's going on there?
Ooh, you had all the hot guys at your place, though. I mean,
We had the hottest.
Robert Downey Jr.,
Robert
Kanye
Downey,
West.
Kanye. Then we would have people like Jared Leto.
Yes.
Yeah, so we had the biggest stars in the world that would come. And people used to say that it was almost like they took a hot nightclub and then just spilled it out to get motivated.
But then we prayed too. We
Yes.
prayed, but we were like, everybody was checking everybody out though, because you had all the best looking people.
Yes.
I mean, you were incredible.
Yeah.
You still are incredible. You're still doing those.
Yeah, we still do it.
Yeah, you're still doing it. So I want to go straight to your book
Mhm.
because it's right there. It's called The Miracle Mentality. It was released last year, correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And what I love about your book is I read it twice. So I read it, holding the book because I love the book, but I listened to it as well. First of all, I love that you read your own book on Audible because you have the
Yes.
greatest voice. I've
Thank
always
you.
said that to you. But you talked about so many things in this book and things that I didn't even know about you. Like, you went deep with this
Mhm.
book. And then
Yes.
you talk about parenting and living the mundane life and like all these incredible things. If you haven't read the book, I'm telling you right now, download it because it's going to be life-changing for you. But why did you decide in this book, out of all the books you've written, because this is your 4th book, correct?
Yes.
That you were going to go like all in and raw.
Yeah. So to me, I think it's not the age, it's the stage. So I think that like when you're in your 30s or your 40s, that a lot of it is about being fancy and clever.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you see somebody dance and they're over dancing. No, but you keep it, even though you're so good,
Yeah.
you keep it within the zone it should
Thank
be.
you. So I'm
right?
not dorky when I dance?
No.
Okay, thank you.
But like when you're in your 30s and your 40s, if you're not careful in anything that you do, you'll try to be slightly too fancy.
Right.
So I think that at the stage of life that I'm in, that I'm more authentic, more raw, more original, okay? And so the originality is coming out of me. And part of that is this idea of, hey, it's okay to be undone. We're all slightly undone.
That's
and I'm
really
totally
good.
okay with it.
Yeah, I
So,
am too, by the way.
Yeah. So the whole miracle mentality, if I could just say this, it's about aligning yourself with who you really are. Because we're made in the image of God.
Right.
So I say that an utmost God, he creates utmost children. So the miracle mentality is all about alignment.
Absolutely.
Just be aligned with who you really are, which is amazing.
That's so good. Like,
It's alignment.
I feel like every freaking thing that comes out of your mouth is like gold, 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 gold. It is. You're so good. And by the way, you look dang good today.
So I told you I lost 9 pounds.
Wow. How are you doing it though?
So I'm doing it by my food intake. So I'm just off of breads, off of desserts, and just eating
good stuff.
Certain times of the day.
Have you tried gluten-free bread?
I have, and I don't usually eat until 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And then I don't eat usually after 6.
So
but tonight I am, because we're all going out to eat.
We're going out tonight. Let's not say where we're going though, because people will show up. They'll be all sneaking in. Listen, out of all the guys that I have a lot of guy friends, you're my favorite though, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
He has the best shoe game of any guy that I know. The Gucci boots, the
sliders. The shoes are important. So,
yes.
Because I love shoes so much, so I love a lot of Gucci. I think Gucci does well.
I like Gucci.
But I also like Louis Vuitton. I also like Prada. And I stay kind of like within that. So you could wear like just regular jeans, but you could rock them with the right Gucci loafers and bam, you're in.
Yeah, you're good. You're stylish. I like it. So you are known as the comeback coach.
Yes.
How did you get that name? Because that's been your thing for years.
For many years. Yeah. So what an honor to be known for that. So what happened is I really gained a skill set about how to get people from a setback into a comeback. Because when most people have a setback, which is a life interruption, they sit in the setback, they settle in the setback, or they even cement themselves in the setback. So they talk about like, I got divorced, but that was 12 years ago, right? Or this terrible thing happened to me, that was 17 years ago. So I became phenomenal at helping people not to sit, settle, or cement themselves in the setback. Because I say, while you're feeling the sting of your setback, God's preparing your comeback.
I love that.
Yeah.
You remind me a little bit, I've never even put this together until just now. My dad used to be like the one-liner king.
Yeah.
You are so good at that perfect soundbite. I love that. That's a gift.
But I think that's what a huge compliment, because your dad was a creative.
Yeah.
He was masterful at so many things, so thank you for that.
And super funny.
It's super funny.
Don't
so
forget
thank
the
you
super funny part.
for that compliment. I want to talk about your dress for a minute.
Okay.
And what is that attachment you have to it?
Listen, when you have strapless dresses and there's nowhere to strap the microphone.
An amazing dress.
Where is it? Right here.
That dress is fantastic.
Thank you.
It took about 2 people to get you in it.
I was like, can somebody help me out here in the zipper?
And then we were like tight. Behind the scenes, even with the crowd, we were saying, who can help?
Who can help?
Get her in this, and then let's mic her up.
Hey, let's go. And look, I can't move at all and I can't breathe, but it's okay. It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
And that's what's important.
That's what's important. So you are now in over 70 airports across the country.
Yeah, and around the world.
TV. So listen, if you're at the airport, check out the televisions, because this guy right here is going to show up on your television. How did that come about?
So nonstop. So I was in Philadelphia, and so I was at a restaurant, and so I roll up to the bar, and I order salmon, and the lady who was waiting on me just kept staring, and she goes, you're freaking me out, because you're on that TV all day.
That's great.
And she goes, Hazel, come over here.
Hazel,
I haven't heard that name in a long time. And it was an African-American woman. And she comes and she goes, oh my God. She goes, I knew it was either Smokey Robinson or the guy that's on that TV. So on those Reach TVs, they have them in all these different airports. So Linwood Bivens, who's like just an amazing guy, and then my friend Simon Leslie, they said, Tim, because you're inspirational and you care about people, we want you to have your own talk show.
Wow.
So first talk show of that type
Yeah.
in airports.
In airports, over 70 across
Yes,
the country.
and they show it, watch, like every 4 hours, it just keeps going like this.
Wow.
Yeah, so I promise you, in all these airports I'm in, I'm stopped nonstop.
It's amazing.
Because of that show.
So you're in, we have 52 states in the country, right?
Yes.
You're in 70 airports.
Yes.
Which means you're basically in every airport in the US.
Yes. And then I'm in Paris,
hotel rooms.
Charles de Gaulle, I'm in London, England, over at Heathrow Airport, but it's in millions of hotel rooms, but the best.
The best.
Like the best hotels. I won't name drop the hotel names, but so many of my friends that are staying in hotels are like, what?
There's Tim. I love it though. And we were talking about earlier, and I want to make sure that we got this in, but that you are in such an incredible place in your life. Like, we've been friends for 25 years, and you seem like you're living your best life right now. You're the happiest. I feel like you've always been a happy guy.
Yes.
But I just feel like you've arrived into that peaceful place in your life where you're just happy.
I would say, no doubt about it, I'm in the best place I've ever been. And it's not based on accomplishments. So there's a lot of accomplishments that are going on. But can I tell you what it is?
Tell me.
It's about realizing for real that we go through recovery and discovery at the same time. We will always go through recovery of our past and present pain. Okay? But I used to really spend too much time just working on the pain from the past and the present, and not paying attention to the beauty of the discovery of today. So as you've noticed, the last few years, I've become very much in the moment. I'm fully present, fully feeling, fully alive. Tell people how I'm never on the phone when we're together.
You are the best at that. You and I go out to dinner sometimes just as friends. We'll go dancing after and have a good time. Tim has never picked up his phone. We could be sitting down at a restaurant for 2 hours. You have never picked up your phone. And that, to me, you're like in the moment, which puts me in the moment, by the way. I don't pick up my phone either, because you've taught me that. Like, literally, you and I, we laugh, we have a good time, we talk to the waiters. Like, we are in that moment.
Yeah.
And imagine if more people were in the moment in life.
Yes.
And what you were talking about, we could all talk about our past, and I think it's good to do that, but not stay in that and living in the moment. I'm starting to kind of take what you're doing now and just every morning waking up and going, it's a new day today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to think about the past. It's a new day.
So I think that there's always going to be a percentage of our life that is undone. And I think that if someone is trying to get like 100% right, that's where they just miss it. And because life is never going to be 100% right. Because right when you get something right, something goes left.
Exactly. It's never right, always right.
No. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on in different places, you learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
So you deal with it. So we deal with our stuff. But at the same time, I want to be fully present, fully feeling, and fully alive. Don't get dramatic in the midst of the drama.
That's so good.
So watch. Drama's going to always hit.
Absolutely. Yes, it does.
Drama will always hit. Don't get dramatic in the midst of the drama.
Yeah.
The drama will always be there.
You know what? I think that's really good advice for parents, especially parents that are raising teenage daughters.
Yes.
Like, that's all drama. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm learning to just, like, let the drama's going to happen. Just don't be dramatic about the drama.
Yeah, because so if you have a young boy or a young lady that you are raising, they're bringing drama at least several times a week.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's not what they're going through, it's what their friends going through, right? Yeah. So don't get dramatic in the midst of the drama.
I love that.
Realize that this is the stage that they're in.
Yeah.
And just like stay in the moment. It's possible.
Absolutely. You have a lot of new things happening right now. So you were in Bulgaria just recently.
Yes.
You were in Estonia. Let's talk about Bulgaria and the reason you were there recently.
So I was in Bulgaria because I'm really into helping people. So I was looking at the places that the Ukrainian people were exiting out of their own country because they were being bombed by this person who's running Russia. Because I love Russian people.
Right.
But the head of the country is not a very good person.
Yeah.
So the Ukrainians were fleeing. A lot of them were going into Poland. And then I noticed that they were also going into Bulgaria. 150,000 of them.
Wow.
So I called one of my friends whose name is Maxim. I said, let's do something. And he says, Tim, we're already doing something.
Yeah.
Come and get involved.
That's
so this
great.
was cool. So I was on like the Jimmy Kimmel
Nice.
of Bulgaria.
I like it.
I was on like the Kelly Ripa of Bulgaria. I was on like 4 of their top shows talking about things that we could do to help Ukrainian refugees coming in.
Wow.
So anywhere from, we did food, clothing, housing, and we're continuing to do that. I'm doing it with my friend Maxim.
And then also your book.
And
Did
my
you
book.
give away a bunch of books?
Yeah, so my book, we translated into the Bulgarian language.
Amazing. That's so cool.
And then I spoke to thousands and thousands of people.
And you gave your book away.
Gave my book away.
Incredible.
Then, yes, so we did that in Bulgaria, but we also gave tens of thousands of books to people from Ukraine through email. We emailed the book on turning your setbacks to comebacks.
Look at you, changing lives all over the world.
But because we love people. Then Estonia, I was just in Estonia.
Yes.
That was for Mind Valley. And that was awesome. That was over about 1,400 people, but they came in from like many, many, many countries. And that was awesome. But 10 days ago, I was in Switzerland.
I mean, listen, it's funny because I'm always trying to track you down because we talk probably 2-3 times a week sometimes.
Yes.
And I'm always trying to track you down. And like, if I can't get a hold of you, I'm like, he's out of the country again. I, of course, text Joseph. I'm like, where is he this time?
Yes.
Oh, he's in Switzerland. He's
I was
in
in
Bulgaria.
Switzerland.
He's in
So can I tell you something
Estonia,
cool about Switzerland?
Spain.
So in my book, The Miracle Mentality, within the first 4 pages, I talk about going to Disneyland as a kid.
Yeah.
My favorite ride was the Matterhorn. I want you to think about this.
Yeah.
So it's the big mountain.
The big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the roller coaster goes through.
I saw the picture. You were there.
I was there.
You were there.
At the real one in
Which
Switzerland.
was incredible.
So you take the fact that both of us come from like regular families.
Yeah, regular.
And I got to see the Matterhorn Disneyland. And then when I asked the people that I was speaking for this company, I said, where are we going to start? They go, we're first going to the Matterhorn. I go, as in the mountain? Come on, people.
You saw the real one. I loved Super So Sunday. I think that was one of the best things she did after her show ended, right? Her show for 25 years, the Oprah Winfrey Show. And you were on Super So Sunday. And for me, because I was already a fan of that show, being able to see one of my close friends on Super So Sunday, I think because of you, she came up with the term tweetable moments.
Well, I think she did say that. She said she did say that
that's a tweetable moment.
Yes. And then her quote was, and Tim's story is a tweetable moment. Yes.
Right.
So then the other thing is, she said, let me find where I can get you the most viewers. And we decided to do it on Easter Sunday.
Wow.
And talking about the setback to the comeback. And then she did extra ads. And then they kept playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it. Then she let me do Super Soul sessions at UCLA.
Yes, you went on
tour with Brene Brown
her.
and tour. Then I got to do the Oprah cruise. Come on, people.
Come on.
Hanging at her house.
Come on. Yeah, give it up. I mean, there's not a lot of people that can say I was hanging out with Oprah at her house having some, collard greens.
And I would consider we're real friends. Me and her are real friends.
No, for sure. And then you're getting ready to do a podcast with another incredible spiritual leader,
Deepak Chopra.
So tell me when that's getting started.
Sure. Yeah. So we're working on a podcast right now with an amazing actress, and also with Deepak Chopra. And so that will come out hopefully in the next couple months.
You have so much going on right now, and you and I are working on some fun projects together.
Yes.
We do development for television shows, for those that don't know, reality TV.
Yes.
And it's been really super fun. We have a great team on both of the shows we're doing.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to work? They're going to work.
There's no doubt, because the fact is we both have a skill set in this whole genre.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we have connections. There's really not too many people we cannot get to. And so there's something about networking. There's something about all that we've learned by being in this business for so long. So the 2 shows we have, they will definitely work. And then we're working on other projects as well.
Yeah, we're working on a bunch of stuff. So what are your latest big things that you're doing? Because again, like, you're always so busy. Like, do you have some exciting things coming up that we didn't talk about today?
We are finding more ways to touch hurting people in the area of anxiety and depression.
What are you doing?
So I have a new documentary that I'm part of called Anxious Nation. And it's in film festivals all over the world,
incredible.
starting this weekend.
Really?
Yes, Anxious Nation. So
Wow.
Kathy Ireland, who a lot of people know from Sports Illustrated,
Yeah.
she's part of it. Then it was executive produced by an amazing woman. There's a great cast. Dr. Shafali's part of it, and I'm part of it. I'm in it.
Are you taking it hopefully into the high schools and colleges?
Yes, we plan on taking it from the film festivals to
Okay.
the high schools, to the colleges,
Okay.
and doing like panels, dialoguing about this subject. So,
So I want to do this thing that I did. I'm starting to do now with all of my guests.
yes.
I have this little book that, I have a mentoring program for teen girls.
Yes.
And so I brought this to every session, and I would read like these one-liners that are like life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to do with you is I'm gonna kind of do this with the pages, and then you're gonna tell me where to stop, and that's gonna be your inspiration
I like
for the
this.
day.
I like this.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. I bought this book on Amazon, by the way. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Okay. Stop. Okay. Now you're going to read it?
Yep.
Okay.
If there is a way into the woods, there is a way out.
Ooh. Super, super good. Because I think sometimes, can I respond to that?
Yes.
Sometimes we make choices, and the choices are beyond our capacity and our capabilities. And we go, oh my gosh, I'm now in no man's land. I'm so far into the woods.
Yeah.
But the way in can also be the way out.
Wow.
Love it.
So let's do another one.
Do another one. I'm ready.
I want to do another one
And
because
then
I
I'm
love
gonna,
that you just
then
did
I'm gonna
that.
freestyle on it.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Now.
Okay. Tim Storey, be epic.
Wow. Okay, so be epic to me, and this is to everybody watching and that will watch this later, because it's gonna take off.
Yeah.
Be epic is do you boo.
Do you boo? That's what Stevie says to me. My 15-year-old says,
I didn't know that.
Boo?
Be epic
is
do you boo.
Do you boo?
Just do you.
Okay, okay. We're gonna close with this, okay?
Yeah.
So you and I have been friends a really long time, right? And you've seen me do so many things, right?
Brilliant things.
Thank you. I'm always doing something new, recreating myself, all of this.
Yeah.
This show to me means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I wake up happy knowing that I'm going to do this talk show, knowing that I'm going to sit across people like you, incredible human beings. You know how much I love you.
Yes, thank you.
What's some advice you would give to me as your friend?
Yes.
To keep this going, to build it up? Like, what do you think is the best thing for me? Because you're show number 20. We're going to keep going. Right?
Yeah.
We're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need a little encouragement, because sometimes I'm like, okay, how do we build this to the point where we have millions of people watching?
So I think that my advice to you would be this: despise not small beginnings. And when you think of the Oprah Winfrey show, when she first started, it was very normal, very, very small. She started in one city. Then the King brothers saw that she had merit. She had something to her. But then she decided, I'm not just talent, I'm an owner. So she refused just to be talent, get paid for talent. She wanted ownership. And therefore, she created this huge, huge brand that helped change the world. So despise not small beginnings. So right now, it just looks like we're in this amazing studio. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have a lot of viewers, but someday it's going to grow and grow and grow. So despise not small beginnings, because something amazing is about to happen.
Bam, baby. Bam. Thank you. I love you. And I want to give you the last word, final thoughts before we close today.
Yes. The final thing I want to say is your hair's looking great. Your skin is looking great. Your teeth are looking so white.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you are feeling good about life.
I am.
Like it is your time to shine.
Yeah.
Keep shining.
Thank you. I think we're in the same place in our lives. After 25 years of friendship,
yes,
we're in the same place. I love it.
I love it.
I love you. And I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much for being with us. Tim Storey, incredible. Give it up for Tim Storey, you guys. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure that you follow Tim on his Instagram. It's
Tim Storey Official.
So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Sally Colón, the number 1. On TikTok, I'm Cool Mom Sally, because that's the name my kids gave me. And then make sure to subscribe to YouTube at just my name, Sally Colón. I love you guys. We're here. We're going to continue. This is our 20th show anniversary, I'm going to say. But we will see you next week. We have some more incredible guests. I love you guys all. And I will see you next time on Welcome to My Club.